Zantara.blog. Grow your brain. Top 10 inventions from the past that were supposed to change everything, but didn't quite. Have you ever seen an old movie or cartoon from the 1950s or 60s that shows people zooming around in flying cars or individual citizens strapping on jetpacks to fly to work? It often seems like the future that people imagined back then is very different from the one we live in today. They dreamed of amazing inventions that would completely change how we live, travel, and get energy. But here's the funny thing. Many of those future tech ideas that were supposed to be everywhere by now, well, they aren't. They were brilliant concepts, often shown in magazines, newsreels, and World's Fairs, sparking huge excitement about what was just around the corner. People truly believed these inventions would revolutionize their lives. So, what happened? Why aren't we all flying to school in our personal aircraft or powering our homes with tiny suns? In this article, we're going to take a fun trip back in time to look at 10 incredible inventions that promised to change everything. But for various reasons, like technical challenges, safety issues, cost, or simply not being practical for everyday life, they haven't quite delivered on their grand promise. Get ready to explore some fascinating ideas that got stuck in the past. 1. Flying cars. The sky's the limit, but not quite for commuting. The idea of a car that could also fly has been a dream for over a century, a staple of futuristic visions from the early 20th century to the Jetsons. Imagine skipping traffic jams by just taking off into the sky. Prototypes like the Aero car in the 1950s and various concepts since then have tried to make this dream a reality. People truly believed that by the year 2000, flying cars would be as common as regular cars. So, why aren't we all flying to work? The challenges are immense. First, safety. Imagine thousands of flying vehicles in the air, each with a potentially inexperienced pilot. The risk of collisions or falling debris is huge. Second, regulations. Controlling air traffic for so many personal vehicles would be a nightmare. Third, complexity and cost. Building a vehicle that can both drive on roads and fly efficiently is incredibly difficult and expensive. Flying cars require complex systems for both air and ground travel, making them heavy, fuel-hungry, and very costly to buy and maintain. While there are still companies working on air taxis or drone-like personal aircraft, the idea of a mass-market, everyday flying car for everyone remains a distant fantasy for now, mostly due to these practical hurdles. 2. Personal jetpacks. Your own rocket backpack. Who hasn't dreamed of strapping on a jetpack and soaring into the sky like a superhero? The idea of personal flight has captivated people for decades, with early designs appearing in the 1950s and 60s, most famously the Bell rocket belt, which was even shown at the 1964 New York World's Fair. It promised ultimate freedom and an exciting new way to travel short distances. While a few working prototypes have been built, and some very specialized uses exist, like emergency responders in certain situations, jetpacks haven't become a common form of transport. The main reasons are fuel and flight time. Early jetpacks only had enough fuel for a few minutes of flight, making them impractical for anything more than a short hop. They're also incredibly difficult to control, require extensive training, are very noisy, and, most importantly, incredibly expensive and dangerous. The amount of power needed to lift a person into the air safely and efficiently is huge, and containing that power in a small, wearable device presents immense engineering and safety challenges that haven't been solved for everyday use. 3. Household robots. Rosie the maid. Our mechanical servants. From Rosie the robot maid in the Jetsons to the helpful droids in Star Wars, science fiction has long promised us sophisticated household robots that would clean our homes, cook our meals, and generally make our lives easier. The idea was that robots would handle all the tedious chores, freeing up humans for more enjoyable activities. While we do have robotic vacuum cleaners like Roombas and some specialized cleaning robots, we're still a long way from the all-purpose, intelligent household robots imagined in sci-fi. The challenges are enormous. Robots need to be able to navigate complex, unpredictable environments, like a cluttered living room, handle delicate objects, understand spoken commands, and perform a vast array of tasks that humans find simple. Developing robots with the dexterity, perception, and artificial intelligence needed for truly versatile household tasks is incredibly difficult and expensive. For now, most robots are good at one specific task, not everything. 4. Supersonic passenger jets for everyone, Concorde and beyond. Imagine flying across the Atlantic Ocean in just a few hours, barely enough time to watch a movie. The Concorde, a supersonic passenger jet, was a marvel of engineering that began commercial flights in 1976. It was supposed to usher in an era where long-distance travel would be incredibly fast and common for everyone, shrinking the world. While Concorde was a technological triumph, it ultimately didn't change everything or become widespread. The main problems were cost and noise. Concorde was extremely expensive to operate due to its high fuel consumption and maintenance. This made tickets incredibly pricey, meaning only a very small number of wealthy individuals could afford to fly on it. Furthermore, it created a massive sonic boom when it broke the sound barrier, which was a huge noise nuisance over land, limiting its routes mostly to over oceans. Despite continuous dreams of a new generation of supersonic jets, the economic and environmental challenges, fuel, noise, emissions, have kept them from becoming a common mode of travel. 5. Nuclear fusion power, unlimited clean energy. For decades, nuclear fusion has been hailed as the ultimate energy source. Clean, virtually limitless power, just like the sun. Scientists have been working on it since the mid-20th century, with promises that fusion power is 20 years away being a common joke. The idea is to fuse atomic nuclei together, releasing vast amounts of energy without creating long-lived radioactive waste, unlike nuclear fission. While significant progress has been made, fusion power hasn't yet delivered on its promise of revolutionizing our energy supply. The challenge is immense. Recreating the conditions of the sun, extremely high temperatures and pressures, on Earth is incredibly difficult. Scientists have managed to achieve fusion reactions in laboratories, but sustaining them for long periods and generating more energy than is put in, known as net energy gain, remains an enormous engineering hurdle. It's an incredibly complex and expensive undertaking, and while the dream of unlimited clean energy still drives research, practical, commercial fusion power plants are still likely decades away. 6. Underwater cities, living beneath the waves. Inspired by Jacques Cousteau's explorations and novels like Jules Verne's 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, the idea of vast underwater cities was a popular futuristic vision in the mid-20th century. People imagined humans living and working comfortably beneath the ocean's surface, exploring marine life and utilizing new resources. Projects like Sealab in the 1960s even allowed small groups of aquanauts to live underwater for weeks. However, building and maintaining large-scale underwater cities presents enormous challenges. The immense pressure of the deep ocean requires incredibly strong and expensive materials. Life support systems would be complex, requiring constant air, power, and waste disposal. Furthermore, the psychological effects of living in a confined, dark, and isolated environment underwater are significant. While small research stations and specialized underwater habitats exist, the dream of sprawling underwater metropolises for general populations remains impractical and incredibly costly, making it unlikely to become a widespread reality. 7. Personal hoverboards, like Back to the Future. Floating transportation. The hoverboard from Back to the Future Part 2 in 1989 captured the imagination of an entire generation. A skateboard that floats effortlessly above the ground, making transportation cool and futuristic. This concept quickly became a symbol of the future that never quite arrived. While there have been some real-life hoverboards developed, they don't quite match the movie version. Some use magnetic levitation, maglev, but require a special metallic surface to work, meaning you can't just float anywhere. Others use powerful jets of air, which are loud, inefficient, and only lift the rider a few inches off the ground for a very short time.
The main problem is how to generate enough sustained lift to support a person without massive amounts of power, noise, and cost, all while being stable and safe. Until we invent truly anti-gravity technology, personal hoverboards that work on any surface, like in the movie, are likely to remain firmly in the realm of science fiction. 8. Pneumatic tube transport, mass transit, sending people through tubes. Imagine stepping into a capsule and being whisked away to your destination at high speed through an underground tube powered by air pressure. This concept, known as pneumatic tube transport, was explored for passenger transport in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, inspired by the pneumatic systems used to deliver mail and packages. It was envisioned as a super-fast, efficient way to move people around cities, avoiding surface traffic. While pneumatic tubes are still used for small items, like in bank drive-thrus or hospitals, they haven't been adopted for mass human transport. The challenges are significant. Creating a sealed, low-pressure or vacuum environment for large tubes is incredibly expensive and complex. Passenger comfort, dealing with rapid acceleration, deceleration, and potential air sickness, would be an issue. And most importantly, existing rail and subway systems, while slower, are far more flexible, cost-effective, and easier to scale for large numbers of people. Projects like Elon Musk's Hyperloop are a modern take on this idea, but face similar huge engineering and economic hurdles to become widely practical. 9. Food pills and synthetic meals, replacing real food. In many older sci-fi stories, especially those set on spaceships or in very crowded futures, people wouldn't eat traditional meals. Instead, they'd consume tiny food pills, nutrient paste, or synthetic meals that provided all the necessary nutrition in a compact, efficient form. The idea was to eliminate the need for cooking, farming, and food waste, making sustenance ultra-efficient. While we have developed highly nutritious meal replacement shakes and supplements, the idea of replacing all our food with pills or tasteless pastes hasn't caught on, and likely never will. Humans enjoy food for far more than just nutrition. Eating is a social activity, a source of pleasure, and an important part of culture. The taste, texture, and aroma of real food are deeply satisfying. While efficient nutrient delivery is important in specialized situations, like space travel or for certain medical conditions, the joy and ritual of sharing a meal mean that food pills are very unlikely to replace our dinner tables anytime soon. 10. Domes over cities, protecting and controlling environments. Throughout the mid-20th century, especially during the Cold War, or when environmental concerns grew, some futurists imagined cities completely enclosed within giant domes. These domes were supposed to protect inhabitants from pollution, extreme weather, or even nuclear fallout, creating a perfectly controlled environment within. Shows like Logan's Run depicted entire societies living under domes. The engineering challenges of building such massive structures are immense. The materials, the support systems, and the sheer cost would be astronomical. More importantly, maintaining a healthy atmosphere, controlling temperature, managing waste, and preventing the buildup of pollutants within a closed dome would be incredibly complex. Psychologically, living under a permanent dome could also be challenging. While specialized domes for agriculture or small habitats exist, like Biosphere 2, which faced many issues, the idea of enclosing entire cities has proven to be an impractical and undesirable solution for urban living. It's far more practical and healthy to manage our environments naturally and improve outdoor air quality. It's clear that while the human imagination is boundless, turning every futuristic dream into a practical reality often runs into obstacles like physics, economics, safety, and human nature. These failed predictions don't mean they were bad ideas. Rather, they show us the real-world complexities of innovation and remind us to balance ambition with practicality. Who knows what future innovations might make some of these dreams a reality in a different form? Further reading. Pillars of Progress. Top 10 industry-changing inventions. 10 historical inventions we still use every day. The invention of the wheel. How a simple idea changed everything. Inventors and Inventions by Rebecca Craft Rector. An overview of historical inventions. Future Shock by Alvin Toffler. A classic book about rapid technological change, though some predictions are now historical. The Way Things Work Now by David Macaulay. Explains how various machines work, including some complex concepts. Great Inventions Through History by Susan Sales Harkins. Popular science magazine old issues, especially from the mid-20th century, are full of these kinds of predictions. Here at Zentara.blog, our mission is to take those tricky subjects and unlock them, making knowledge exciting and easy to grasp for everyone. But the adventure doesn't stop on this page. We're constantly exploring new frontiers and sharing discoveries across the digital universe.